Do you want to love what you do? If you do, then focus on your strengths. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. 5 minutes to get your week off to a start and potentially give you something to help make you a more effective leader so you can love what you do. All right, we all want to love what we do. What would be the impact if you could work on your strengths as opposed to trying to fill gaps in your weaknesses? I do a lot of 360s with individuals, and it's incredible how we as leaders will focus on the gaps, what we need to fill, what the problems are. What about working on the strengths? I will usually try to turn individuals, let's look at your strengths. How can you use your strengths to help make you better? All right, I'm going to introduce you to a tool. It's called RBS, the Reflective Best Self. You can Google it and get all the specifics. I want to give you an overview that can help you focus on your strengths so that way you can really love what you're doing. Focus on your strengths. Be in your sweet spot and have your team in your sweet spot a higher percentage of the time. 5 parts to it. As I go through them, think about yourself, how you can use this, and how you can use this with your team. First part, identify who you're going to get this feedback from. The Reflective Best Self is a self-generated 360. You're going to ask individuals to give you feedback. Identify 10 plus people, think 360, above you, colleagues, subordinates, people who knew you from other organizations, family members, because you want people who have seen you at your best. Choose the people, that's number 1. Number 2, get the feedback. What's the feedback you want? The feedback you want, the essential question is, tell me a time where you have seen me at my best. Describe that. They're going to tell you a story. I have seen you at your best when you're really under pressure and you have to get things done with your team. You're patient, you work with your team, you mentor individuals. I have seen you best when you do whatever it is, when you have the opportunity. I've seen you at your best when you were put under pressure and something was out of your values. You stood your ground. You have those stories. So that's number 2. Number 3, analyze the data. And in this case, you can see, if you go look online, you'll see there's maybe matrices you use. But what do you really want to pull? What are the themes? What are the tendencies that you have? What are these stories telling you? Because that's going to pull out your strengths. It's telling you, because they have seen you at your best. It might tell you, oh, you are your best at mentoring individuals. You are your best under pressure. You are your best when you have to communicate things up the line, up the chain, turning bad news and turning it around and showing them how you could benefit from it. So you have these themes. So that's number 3. What's number 4? Take those themes and now compose a self-portrait of yourself. I am at my best when. Now you have the incidences, use them so that way you can show yourself when you're at your best self. I'm at my best when, and tell your story to yourself. Doesn't need to be long. Make it a paragraph, a couple paragraphs. You've now defined yourself. A little bit of a story about yourself there. Last part, what do you want to redesign? What can you redesign about how you work so that way you are spending more time on your strengths? What if you might think, oh, I'm really only spending about 40% of my time on my strengths right now. I could change that and maybe spend 80% of my time. What do you need to redesign? It might be, I am going to give these type projects to other folks. I'm going to take these where I mentor folks and I grow the junior individuals because that's where I'm really at my best. What do you want to do so you spend more of your time there? There you go. An opportunity. RBS, Reflective Best Self exercise, self-generated 360. After this, you could probably take time and just do your own without even getting that feedback and have a good idea of, this is what I think. Now do that exercise and get the feedback and see what others think. Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week.